Good morning and welcome to Cincy Lifestyle. We certainly do appreciate you joining us. Mona and I are socially distant, but we still love each other and we love you.
That's right. We wave to each other from the other side of the studio.
That's right. She's in the north studio way over there. And I'm in the south studio way down here. Good to see you this morning, Mona.
Good to see you too, Clyde. And you know what today is, Clyde?
It is Tuesday, the last day of March.
It is, and it's also Take Out Tuesday.
Ding,
yes,
ding, 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 ding,
we
ding, ding.
are. We are promoting Take Out Tuesday to help support some of our small businesses around the city. And so I just wanted to mention that, you know, most of us do Takeout Tuesday around where we live, and I live near the Cheesecake Factory. And I just wanted to say, oh, yeah, you get a free slice of cheesecake if you carry out from them. So, you know, I just wanted to mention, too, that a lot of us, while we are supporting our local businesses because they employ our local community, some of the national restaurants and businesses also employ our local community. So we're grateful for them, and we're going to support you on Takeout Tuesday.
That's exactly right. As we work to navigate our way through COVID-19, it's good to support those local businesses, Mona.
That's right. Do you have some humor for us today, Clyde?
Just a little, just a little. Goats running wild. And that's some video we've got for you from somewhere in Wales. Now, this town has a lot of L's and a lot of W's in its name, and I'm not even going to try. But look what happens. Look, the sheep are like, where are the humans? They're gone. Let's take this thing over. It's all ours. Now, here's the question I have, Mona. Here's the moment of humor. You know, sheep tend not to be quite so picky about where they litter, if you will. And my thing is, who's going to clean that up 3 weeks from now when the folks emerge from shutdown?
You know what, Clyde? I was going to make a joke, but nah.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay, time clearly for us to move on. And we're going to start this way. You know, he's been the voice of country radio here in the tri-state for more than a dozen years. Bill Whyte has always had a love for music and entertainment, which is how he came. Oh, here I am over here. How he came to songwriting. We caught up with him to talk a little bit about his career and to hear his song on the coronavirus. So take a listen.
One will have you reaching for aspirin. One will have you reach for Sudafed. One will make you feel courageous. One will make you feel contagious. But both of them will give you a big old aching head. Coronavirus and Corona beer. I think when I was 16, somebody showed me one guitar chord and I was hooked. And so I wound up with a little country music band there in my little hometown of Missouri, you know, for a while. And then when I turned 18, I used to be part of the FFA chapter, and, you know, I don't know a thing about how to build anything. I'm not good with animals. I can't drive a tractor, you know, but my FFA teacher got me into parliamentary procedure and public speaking contests, you know, so that was just a smart move on his part. But I was driving one day and I was listening to a little AM radio station in Missouri, a little 1,000-watt radio station. And I heard a kid on there, on the radio, that I knew that I had beaten in public speaking contests from a different FFA chapter. And I literally thought, you know, well, if he could do that, why can't I do that? So my whole life has been a blend of both, and I've always written songs, and I've always entertained, and I've always done radio, and one has taken more importance than the other depending upon what part of my life it's been in. But, you know, I did about 7 years the first go around, you know, with the morning show. It was a big morning zoo, which was unheard of on country radio at the time at B105, and it was just sort of accidental. I wound up with 7 people, you know, in a room at one time, and we were all kind of making it up, and eventually through the years it really kind of evolved into my show. And But there were some great people for folks to go back far enough. Roger Naylor was a comedian, stand-up comedian who was very well known at the time, and now is in the Hall of Fame as a travel writer out in Arizona. So he was part of that show. And Steve Horstmeyer was in all the time as our weather guy, and people know Steve for sure. And then a girl named Jackie Whyte started the show with me, so it was like Bill and Jackie Whyte when we first started. And Eric Belanger, who was Bubba Bo on WLW, was a sports guy, and we had a news guy. And I'm just doing part-time radio, but I'm writing songs every day pretty much with somebody or someone, and then I'm out on the road with a couple of groups playing an awful lot. Of course, all of our dates are getting canceled like every other person right now, but this year is scheduled to be the busiest year I've ever had on the road. One's a songwriter group called Hits and Grins, and the second one is with Linda Davis that a lot of people know. Linda has won more than one Grammy, and she sang Does He Love You with Reba McEntire, and her husband's a very talented singer, so the three of us have a show that we do a lot of theater dates with, and their daughter is Hillary Scott with Lady Antebellum. So it's like, like country royalty. So between those shows and what I do, so that's kind of my life these days. The shows come first. I go, we do the shows. If I'm home, I've got a songwriting publishing deal here in Nashville, and I go write songs with whoever they schedule me to write with, and we do that. And then if radio calls, I'll go do a radio shift every now and then. So it's a good life, except for being quarantined right now. With Corona, I'll bet everybody will, for sure. So that's our little take. You can choose. I'm going to take the Corona beer. We give it a choice. So.
I'm sure that's a popular choice. Well, we all know that small businesses are having to get creative during this difficult time. And now a local publication is stepping in to help show people how they can help. And to tell us more, I want to welcome John Fox, the editor-in-chief of Cincinnati Magazine. Thanks, John, for talking to us today.
You're welcome, Mona. How are you?
I'm doing great, actually doing great. But you've got a new issue of the magazine out, but April's edition has a digital twist. So tell us about it.
It does. So our April issue is all about the craft beer boom in Cincinnati. And, subscribers are still getting our magazine. We're still selling it. You can still buy copies at Kroger and CVS and Walgreens and things like that. But a lot of people would normally see our magazine also at the doctor's office or the dentist's office or a hair salon. So to make up for that, since those businesses are all closed, we are putting a digital issue starting with this April issue. It's up right now, and you can basically scroll through the entire issue on our site, and we're going to do that at least for the next few months, as long as people are not going to be able to get as much access to it as we normally would.
That is great that you're doing that. And you really are focusing on some of the local breweries, and they're separated by category. That's convenient.
It is. We've done it geographically, but we also put them in different categories. For instance, we have a pop quiz about what some of these breweries used to be. There's one that is in an old funeral home. There's one that's in an old Procter & Gamble testing facility. There's one that's in an old city hall of a suburban town. So that's kind of fun. And then we've also talked about some of the collaborations that these breweries have with some other folks. Listerman is doing something with the Cincinnati Zoo. Fretboard is doing something with Bootsy Collins. So we talk about that as well. And then we also have profiles of 6 of the real up-and-coming breweries and folks who are starting breweries, including the folks that are starting Esoteric, which is going to be the first minority-owned brewery in Cincinnati, and that's going to open pretty soon in Walnut Hills.
Well, this is really important. So let people know if they want to read more about this, how can they find you?
Well, remember, Takeout Tuesday applies to these breweries too, because a lot of them are offering beer to go and spirits, and you just have to go by their place. You can call them ahead of time. But if you want to find the issue and you want to find the digital issue, just go to CincinnatiMagazine.com, and at the very top it says Craft Beer Boom. Just click on that and you'll be able to read the entire issue.
Sounds good, John. Thank you so much for talking to us.
You're welcome, Mona, and hope to see you soon.
Me too.
It's called alcohol ink art, and it's an easy technique that results in beautiful works of art. And to show us how it's done is Allie Duell, the owner of AMD Art. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what alcohol ink art is.
Okay, so it's using a specific style of ink, and it is just pigments suspended in alcohol.
That's very cool. And it can get messy. So,
Yes.
Clyde, Mona, come on in. Mona, do you have your special gloves on?
I have special gloves,
All right,
Allie.
great.
I do. My
And
special gloves.
so do I. just got all the guys to pay attention.
Yes.
So, what is our first step in alcohol ink art?
Okay, so first, I've already done it to these, is you want to clean the tiles with just some isopropyl alcohol. You can find it at any store, really, any percent will do also, just to make sure your tile is clean. And then you just get to laying the inks on.
Okay.
You can just choose colors that you want. I've got
already
some here
picked
for you guys to do.
Oh, that's not fair.
I'm trying to do the warm Cincy Lifestyle colors.
So you can do any. The cool thing about the inks is you can buy individual colors, or at a lot of craft stores you can buy sets of 3 that complement each other.
Okay.
So like I've got a set here, the ones with the black lids actually together make the rainbow.
So,
If one of you wants to do that,
okay, so we have our colors, now what?
yes, you just open them and you just really let them drop wherever you would like.
Oh, cool.
It's
Okay,
not going
is
to
this
mess
one
up
mine
this.
No, it will not
think
mess
so.
up this.
Oh, look, I've already got
Wait,
a
how-
nice design. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
you
okay.
didn't do that, Clyde.
On some of them, I will actually use vinyl that I've cut out through a machine to do a design onto it. Like here, I've done the Cincy Lifestyles logo.
To customize it.
To customize it, I've done some here with like the skylines or any saying or anything like that with it. If not, you can just do a plain coaster, or you can use masking tape to make a just simple line design,
Genius.
just depending on what you want.
So how did you get your start in this?
So I actually started with, I've always been just I can do that person. And then I also love color chemistry and dyes.
Yeah.
So I really love that, you know, the fact that blue, yellow, and pink can make the entire rainbow.
Oh, my goodness.
Check it out. I don't
Things
know.
like that. So another thing you can do is I've got a dropper here. You can use some of this alcohol and just drop it on and it'll spread it out some.
Look at this. We're learning
see.
something new today.
You can use
drop
paint
a
brushes
little
to
alcohol?
drag it
Yeah.
around. You can, I
This
mean,
is-
there's a,
Okay, I'll do the
How much
paintbrush.
would you say all of these resources cost too?
just a basic set, maybe it's $20. It's really not an expensive project to do. There's also things online that will teach you how to make your own inks, which is just alcohol and any permanent marker.
And what I've also learned, depending on how far away from your coaster is, depends on how much it splashes and spreads. So
Yes.
Yes.
there's a tip for you,
So
viewers at home.
another method you can use is you can blow on it and it'll spread your alcohols. You can use straws and things
like
like
that.
that for that.
And you were mentioning earlier that this isn't the only artwork that you do. What else do you do?
No, I do glass etching. I do custom painted gym shoes.
That's cool. That's
I
cool.
make dream catchers, pretty much anything. I'll try it to figure it out.
That's fantastic. And if our viewers want to check out your work or maybe even want to order a custom piece from you, where can they find you?
I am on Facebook. It's AMD Art. It's AMD Art 10 is how you can look me up.
Great. Allie?
And if you want my work, you can get it at Cincy Lifestyle.
What
Don't know why you would,
happened?
but well, it's just too much of the wrong colors. You know what? I liked it. I don't care what Allie said. Okay, coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, we continue celebrating the arts with dogs playing poker. That's right, my favorite kind of art. We're going to interview artist Constance Deppler about her unique and iconic style of art. Plus, fostering animals is still in need. We talk to Queen City Bulldogs about who they are, how they help, and how you can get involved even while social distancing. Got all that and a whole lot more coming your way in just a few minutes.
Welcome back. Well, she's a nationally known artist living right here in the tri-state, and you may recognize her artwork. Constance Depler is a premier pet portrait artist. Wait a minute, pet portrait artist? Yeah, I got it, Clyde, I got it. Who brings her subjects' personalities to life. Take a look, you're gonna love it.
When I was in high school, I was illustrator for all the yearbooks and newspaper and everything, but it was cartooning, and I was really good at cartooning. I should have in a way stayed in that field because I could capture the personality. So I did that. Then I started going to the California School of Fine Arts in San Francisco. And there it was serious painting, but it was also at the time of the abstract expressionists in California. And so there was a very definite style that was being developed, and I didn't fit into it. And I started doing sketches, funny little, again, cartoonish drawings of people as their pets. It seemed like a little old lady. I'd have her, she had a dachshund where she drank martinis, so she'd be sitting there with her martinis, the dog would. And so that is what took off. What I really enjoyed was, first of all, the photography and getting to know the owner. That was always, I'd never do anything from a photograph. That was getting to know the owner, how the owner envision the dog, and then we'd do together, we'd make sketches, we'd plan the painting. I always planned the painting with the owner, and that was fun. I like that. And people who bought wildlife paintings wanted every feather in place or every piece of fur, and they had to be perfect animals. And mine were always off-center some way. I have not had artist in the traditional sense. When people say, oh, you're an artist, they think of someone who is painting every day of their life and going on like that. That's not me.
We want to start with something lovable, and I'm not just talking about Clyde. The history of bulldogs stretches
Mona.
back to England when they actually chased bulls. That's why they're often used to symbolize Great Britain. But many families here know them as gentle, lovable pets. And now you can have that opportunity too, thanks to Queen City Bulldog Rescue. And Clyde has the 411.
Yes, I do, Mona. Joining me now to do so, to get more information, are Chelsea Munzer, the founder and president of Queen City Bulldog Rescue, and Katie York, vice president of Queen City Bulldog Rescue. Thank you both. And you have Santa and Ronan here, yes?
Yeah.
Which is which?
This is Santa, and this is Ronan.
Okay. So tell me about how it was you decided that the Queen City needed a bulldog rescue.
Yeah. So owning a bulldog is really, really hard work. And I actually struggled as a first-time bulldog owner. And it wasn't until I reached out to a larger network of people that I found out that I wasn't alone in that struggle. So I really wanted to bring something closer to home, always having a definite passion for rescue and then falling in love with this breed. I made it kind of a personal mission that I wanted to have something dedicated and have a footprint in their well-being for as long as they were being bred. So to be able to do that in a city that I love with people who feel the same way and have the same passion is a true gift.
Can you tell me a little bit about Santa's and Ronan's story?
Yeah, so Santa came in to us from an awesome family who rescued him from a very unfortunate situation where he was kept outside 24/7. He was covered in fleas, had open sores everywhere. You could just very much so tell he was never a beloved family member. He has been with us for 2 months, so we're hoping that this is a good kind of depiction of this is what Queen City Bulldog Rescue does after months of medical rehab. And then I'll let Katie take over for Sweet Ronan, who just came in with us.
So Ronan's been with us for a little over a week, and he came in with significant hair loss. He has chronic allergies and lots of skin irritation. He also has a genetic disorder that we see a lot of bulldogs come in with, where their skin around their eyes, it rolls in, it inverts, and so he will require surgery to have that fixed.
Right quick, where can people find out more information?
They can find out more information on our website.
Well, thank you both so much. We appreciate it. Santa Ronan, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Indeed.
Well, we'll be back with more Cincy Lifestyle on the other side of the break. Plus, be sure to check us out on Facebook. We post all our guest segments and community stories right there for you to watch and share with your friends. So like and follow us now at facebook.com/Cincy Lifestyle.
All right, taking a look at some greenery out there, just a little something to inspire you, to give you some cause to hope and to look forward. Spring is slowly but surely asserting itself here in the tri-state, so take the opportunity to get out and get some fresh air and enjoy it. Hey, coming up tomorrow here on Cincy Lifestyle, we'll introduce you to the sport of kings. Falconry is still an art that's practiced here in the tri-state, and we want to introduce you to a few of the trainers. Plus, we'll talk about their message of conservation as well.
Then one man shares his love of taxidermy and his passion for teaching the next generation about plants and animals. We'll go behind the scenes at the Cincinnati Museum Center to tell you all about it. All that, so much more happening tomorrow, right here on Cincy Lifestyle.
So, Mona, right quick, you got a Takeout Tuesday target for yourself today?
I'm thinking about Cheesecake Factory, they have a really good chicken and shrimp gumbo. Yeah. I have done Subway, which has been great as well. What about you?
Burger King always works for me.
Okay, a good burger, okay.
Nothing beats it. Thank you, Mona. That is Cincy Lifestyle for Tuesday, March 31st. Be sure to check in with us in all the ways you see on the screen. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you're doing while you're on lockdown. Love to share that too. Until the next time we join each other here, make it a great day.
Thanks for watching our video. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, make it a great day.